Let's get this road on the show.
All of you, I kind of remember Chad and Jenna. Maybe
We're
you
at
were in
6:10
Seattle
of
at the time. Oh, I bet you were. God, I don't know. It would have been around 97 or 98. Ooh, you weren't even
So I would have been
barely in college, maybe.
yeah, because I graduated in '97. So yeah, I would have been in college.
You'd been in college, what, 98? You'd have
Yep.
been over there.
So you guys had a big boat besides the Duckworth?
Yeah, it was just before the Duckworth. It was a big, like John calls it a pontoon boat.
It was a
Oh,
pontoon
like
boat.
kind of like a houseboat. But yeah, a pontoon boat I think is accurate.
I couldn't think of the name. I call it a party boat.
Yeah, oh yeah. So just this floating flat boat with
Yeah,
seats and
lots of
tables.
room, a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of remember Chad in there, but or David and Janet we took them all for a ride anyway, but there wouldn't have been any kids, I wouldn't think. I can't remember. God. Okay, so that was in the 90s anyway. So we went through the 90s. You graduated from high school at Gonzaga. You and Chad. So yeah, and Charlie's operation and all that jazz. We went through all that.
Yep.
And moved to Newport. I went through that. On the train trip back east, that was 99. And we went through that. So we've done the 90s.
Yep.
Because, yeah, 99, that's the year I got Maggie, and we did that. We talked about that. And the train trip. So we're up to 2000. And, okay, 2011. That was the first thing I remember of 2000. Or 11, what, 9/11? 9/11,
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
And we'd already made reservations for our trip through the Panama Canal, the cruise.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
And,
we touched on that.
oh, did we touch on
Because
that
you were
already?
surprised that,
Oh, that
they
was,
let you go. You didn't think it was going to happen,
yeah,
right?
we thought it might get canceled. And, okay, so we went on the cruise. That was great. Flew to Seattle. David took us to the airport. Kept our car. Well, yeah, in the late 90s, that's when we got the Lincoln. And drove it down to your house, or David's and Janet's. So he took us to the airport.
The Lincoln was sold after Grandpa died from Grandma to my maternal grandmother, who used it for several years, and now my maternal uncle has it. So it actually crossed families, and it's still around. Although, given that Paul's taken care of it, I don't expect it to be around for long. But maternal grandma always had this great big Cadillac, and then in her later years, she bought the Lincoln off him because Joe was blind. So why not? And it's funny because maternal grandma Beth always hated paternal grandpa Marty, because Grandpa Marty was a real. Let's put it this way. They were in the hospital playing chess over my dilapidated soon-to-be corpse. And my uncle, my Grandpa Marty was losing to my Grandpa Kurt on the other side, and he goes, I don't know how this is possible. I know I'm smarter than you. I went to college. And Grandma Beth lost all respect for him. But after the divorce, they started sharing memes. And it was weird in a really wholesome sort of way. They found out if they just didn't talk about sensitive topics, they could get along. And they did, for the sake of everyone else.
And he kept the car there in his garage.
As stubborn as they both were, and they were both very stubborn.
While we were on our cruise. And so we flew to Seattle, yeah, and down to San Francisco and Mexico. Stayed with my sister in Florida for a bit. flew back. David got the Lincoln and came home. Okay, that was the cruise, Panama. Okay, now we get up to you guys' graduations, I think 2002.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, because me and Chad graduated the same year, I think.
Yeah, you did. And I remember going to, which one to go to first, yours or yours?
I did manage to graduate first.
He did? Or you?
I did.
Yeah, you did. I don't remember what time of year this was or why they were the same year. I don't know.
All right. I took a lot less. I took some less credits.
Okay.
So I was there about 4.5, 5 years, where he was done in 4 years.
All right.
I just took a little longer.
And I remember going to Bellingham for years. I remember where we stayed.
Oh yeah, where did you stay?
I don't remember the name of it, but I just remember the like not an apartment. What kind of an apartment? A rooming. It was not on the college grounds. It was like a motel. God, who was there? I just remember Chad and Jenna being there. That's when I first met Jenna. Because they did come to your graduation. But Chad's would have been in Portland, wouldn't it?
Yep.
I don't remember where we stayed. Or did I meet Jenna? God, now I'm forgetting here. Did I meet her at his graduation or yours? I was thinking it was yours when I first met her. Well, I don't know now. Jeez. I can't remember. I don't remember where we stayed. I can picture the place we stayed at your graduation. I can't picture the one we stayed for Chad's. David always kind of arranged this stuff to make sure we got to the graduations, you know. Okay, but 2002. Okay. So they were lots of fun. I think, who was at your graduation? Did Bob and Jerry get there?
Yes, they were, yeah.
I remember them being there in that apartment. I remember them being there, yeah.
I remember that Grandpa and Grandpa Malloy would argue about who was going to pay for dinner every time we went out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, no kidding. I don't remember that.
Oh.
I got to get this voice clear. Darn. I don't know what's causing it. I am going to be 90, you know. Maybe that's it.
That's
old
the
age.
rumor.
I'm thinking. That's coffee and 7-Up.
Don't you usually put Coke in there? Or is it always coffee and 7-Up?
Just coffee. I always add whatever's left of my coffee. I add what I've got open. Usually it's Coke. But lately it's been 7-Up. So I just pour some 7-Up into the coffee. That feels good for my stomach, 7-Up. Okay, so now, we're graduations 2003. Oh, now we're getting to wedding, 2010 to 2010, that's all the years of grandkids' weddings and great-grandbabies being born. That was that decade. Like the 80s was the decade of my kids getting married and having my grandkids, except you and David and Janet beat the 80s by a couple years. But so yeah, these 10 years are all the grandkids getting married and the great-grandbabies coming. So 2003 is Chad's wedding.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, the wedding is July.
Because that was the kidney transplant, right?
And the kidney transplant the same day.
That's right.
Yeah, that was quite a decade actually, but that was quite a year. Yeah, so we all went to Chad's wedding, which is all very exciting. You know, the one twin collapsing at the altar there.
That's right. I remember at the reception, I feel like, because I think at the time Christine was still smoking, and you were still smoking, and we were out on the corner or something in downtown Spokane, sitting on I don't know if we were sitting on a bench or just standing there, but you were having a cigarette too, if you remember. I want to say Rick was there.
Is that your wedding?
Not my wedding. That was Chad's wedding.
Oh, Chad's wedding. Yeah, that was at the reception of the Spokane Club. I remember we went outside and had cigarettes.
That's right.
With Laurel Orr. I think Laurel Orr was there too.
Yep, she would have been smoking as well.
And Christine was there, huh? Christine. God, I can't quite picture it. At Chad's wedding, the Spokane Club. Yeah, Grandpa was in the hospital having his transplant, and we were all partying at the. Wow. And the wedding was like at 6 o'clock, and I think his operation was at 6 o'clock. Anyway, yeah, that was quite a night. Quite a night. Okay, so Chad got married. 2003. Okay, then Grandpa was in the hospital for a week or so. I stayed at a motel right near the hospital, so I could just walk over there every day. And I ended up driving us home from the hospital. Gosh, I can't remember quite. I don't think I drove all the way. I think I didn't. I had a little trouble with a left turn, and he says, "Oh, I'll drive now," and we changed. I let him drive, and he drove the rest of the way home. I think I was kind of mad that he wanted to. I don't know, God, but he did end up driving home. Yeah, I wasn't a very good driver. I never was. Anyway.
I don't remember that. Being a bad driver, you drove us to school.
I went from my house down to St. Mary's. It was a long trip. And I had a light there on Sprague.
True.
No, I never got on freeways, and I didn't like left turns. And oh gosh, I kind of a driver like Janet. I was just a little timid about going certain places. And not in bad weather at all.
Or at night, probably, right? Never at night?
No, never. I don't think I ever drove at night. I didn't start driving until I was like 28. I was kind of late to. I don't know. I just never drove much. Dad did all the driving. Our grandpa.
So when you were in D.C. working, were you able to walk to work, or did you take the bus?
Bus.
Oh, always the bus.
Everywhere in the bus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never rode anywhere. Didn't know anybody that had cars either, so. Oh. Yeah, always the bus. I'm trying to think back there. Neither of my roommates had cars. None of my roommates had cars either. We all took the bus everywhere. I've kind of forgotten those days. Okay, and then I met Grandpa, and he didn't have a car either.
What?
He was in the Army, and he had no car. But he got one. I think he wrote his father and said, "Send me some money, I need a car for trips to Washington," my trips back and forth. He was coming from New Jersey to Washington. His father sent him like about $60. I remember that figure, $60. I don't know what kind of car he got, or some old used thing. And he did used to drive that car to Washington. But not very much. I mean, we only knew each other a few months before we got married. And before we got married, we did go get our own car, which had to be in my name because I was the one with the job. The Army didn't count, I guess. So yeah, the car was, it was a blue 1952 Ford. And it was in my name. And I couldn't drive it at all then, at 53, because I didn't get my license till 59. I didn't know how to drive. 52. Yeah, you see this ad on TV about cars, and this is the car, and this is when you brought your baby home from the hospital, and different things in.
Yep.
Well, we brought Rick, John, and David all home from the hospital in that blue Ford. Even David, even in Everett. Because Rick and John were born in Rochester. So we had it then. It was new when we bought it. It was pretty new. I think it was pretty new. But then we drove it all the way out to Everett. And so we still had it when David was born. The blue Ford. Okay, now let's see, get back to, let's see, we're past Chad's wedding, our kidney transplant. Okay, 50, we're up to 2000. Oh, after the transplant, then we drove to Tacoma, well, after a while, and bought the fifth wheel. That really big trailer, RV.
And what truck did you hook that one to?
That was in the '02 green Ford, Ram, Dodge,
Oh, the
whatever.
Dodge. That which is the one Rick has, right?
Rick has it
Oh,
now.
okay.
And he's always loved that truck, and Grandpa loved that truck. But now it's like almost 20 years old. But that we fixed it. Yeah, we bought the fifth wheel in Tacoma. We hadn't finalized the deal yet. So we drove down to Oregon to look at more fifth wheels. And we took the truck into a place where they fixed up the back for hooking up the fifth wheel. You have to do a certain thing with it back there. So they did that in Oregon. And then we got the call from the guys in Tacoma that whatever the deal was, they went for it, or our deal for the fifth wheel. So we drove back to Seattle, or Tacoma, Tacoma, and got the fifth wheel, hooked it up to the Dodge Ram, and drove home to Spokane. So that was in 2004. Actually, David met us. We drove all the way to Spokane and stayed at a park in the valley. And he and Janet were going to run out and see this fifth wheel, this new fifth wheel. And I forget why Janet couldn't come, but David came and brought a whole bunch of Kentucky Fried Chicken for us. And John and Chris came too. Yeah, we had a regular party there. I can't picture Janet. There's something to do with her dad. I can't remember. Anyway, so they saw the fifth wheel. They were all quite impressed with the size of the thing. You remember the fifth wheel? It was.
If you showed me a picture, I'd probably remember it.
Yeah, it was really big compared with every other trailer we'd had and camper. And it was a beauty. So yeah, then so we drove it home. So this was 2004 in the summer, and so we got everything all ready. 2004.
Where was your first trip with the fifth wheel?
It was in the fall of 2004. That's the one we went to Texas in the fifth wheel. And took both kiddies. We had Rosie and Maggie. They went with us. And we went down to, I forget just how we went, but we did end up in Texas. I think we went to Colorado. Yeah, we did. We went over to Montana, Colorado, on down to, I don't know, Oklahoma, wherever, down to near Corpus Christi. That's the eastern part of Texas. Mm-hmm. And really nice trailer park. Stayed there all winter.
What did you do? I mean, what's to do there? I mean,
A lot of fishing, because it was right on the Sound. I mean, the Gulf. Okay. It was on the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, so, and Dad immediately makes friends with guys who fish. And they had boats or whatever. So he did a lot of fishing. And we made friends with, you make friends with the people because you all got something in common. You all got motorhomes or big RVs of some sort. And we'd all meet every afternoon for drinks and talk. And
What's your drink?
what did I drink when I was down there? God, I can't even remember. We'd take our own, you know, nobody. God, I can't remember what I drank. It wasn't beer. Maybe I just took a Coke with me. I don't really remember. Grandpa, what did he drink? I don't remember anything like, you know, rum and Coke, maybe. I don't remember.
Well,
Maybe we didn't have alcohol. Maybe we didn't.
what did you do during the day while he's fishing and stuff? Just
Oh, let's see, I
Read?
had the two cats. So I guess I'd visit. I remember visiting some of the neighbors, fussing around the RV. It's pretty big. Cooking. Yeah, I had a full kitchen, you know. So I would do all my cooking, my dinners and laundry. I had a washer and dryer in there. I'm trying to remember. I think I'd. God, I can't remember if there was a washer and dryer.
probably.
It was like keeping house. Yeah, there wasn't really that much to do, but I enjoyed it all. I don't remember. I didn't really do anything. I didn't go swimming. I didn't go sunning. I don't know. I'm trying to think, but I can't think of anything particular. Okay. Oh dear. I do remember one day going to lunch with some neighbors and there was dancing going on. We all danced. And this was afternoon time. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment. I don't know. I don't remember taking naps a lot or anything. I don't know. But I guess I kept busy. I have no idea. Anyway, we were there for about 3 months, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, about 3 months. Through Christmas. I don't remember what we did for Christmas either. Texas. Oh, gosh. Texas. Okay, so then we came home like in February. Can't quite remember. We're getting to 2005, aren't we? Yeah, we came home in 2005. Oh, that's when the people with the Duckworth came to our house and they were looking to buy something we had for sale. Were they looking at the fifth wheel?
Oh,
Man,
I can't remember.
we did talk about this last time.
Well, we did end up trading them.
Yeah, traded them.
They wanted to trade the Duckworth with, maybe it was the fifth wheel, yeah. It was out in our yard, and I don't know if he'd put his for sale sign or what, but anyway, they stopped by it and said they'd trade even for the Duckworth.
That's right.
Fifth wheel for the Duckworth.
So you only went on one trip in the fifth wheel?
Yep. One trip to
Because
Texas, and that was it. And then on the way home, we stopped in California. They had a little repair done to something inside, and then straight home, and that was it.
was there a reason that you wanted to get rid of it? Because Grandpa didn't like driving anymore, or just too
Well, in
hard?
2005, he was starting to feel pretty, feeling not well. 2005. I guess he just felt he wasn't up to it. It was a big job. It was bigger than having a camper or a smaller RV.
we'll be right back. After these brief messages from the ghost, then I'll my chair.
I don't know. It was just a lot of work, and just too much for him. And this trading for the Duckworth, he loved that idea. And he didn't really want to do RVing anymore. I didn't care. And so he loved that Duckworth. But then he never got to use it much because he wasn't feeling great. So the Duckworth just was in the big, what do you call that place up there where we had store and everything, a big building, the storage.
Unit? Or was it on your property?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the shed or the outbuilding?
Yeah.
Shed? Or it wouldn't be a shed if it was that big, right?
Yeah, big.
garage.
There was a shop in there. We used to park the trailer in there. I don't know what they call those big. They're like garages, but they're huge. Lots of room.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called. Jeez. Anyway, so the Duckworth was there. I'm trying to think. I think maybe once that he put it in the water. Once or twice. He had his friend Ted help him and launch it, and do a little fishing. Just once or twice that I remember in the water up there at Cusick. Cusick was north of us. The town's up there. Usk. Remember the name Usk? You don't remember? That was one of the towns. Usk and Cusick. And then and Newport. I think they did put it in once at Newport. That would have been on the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Ponderay, I guess. Okay.
Did you ever go on the Duckworth?
I kind of remember being on it once.
Damn right.
I think just once. Right on the river, right? We didn't go very far, and I remember he got a little stuck in the sand on the bottom of the river. We were in shallow.
Too shallow, yeah.
And that was kind of it. I don't think he even fished. We just went for a little ride. I know Alex helped him get it once when it was up at Cusick. They went to pick it up and bring it back home and put it in the big area there. So Alex helped him do that, and Grandpa was having a heck of a time trying to back it up and get it back into the spot. And Alex was trying to help him, but Alex didn't want to overdo it, because to me he said he's got his pride. That's how he put it, Alex. He was trying to let Grandpa do most of the work and not try to tell him what to do. Alex was very careful like that. Alec? Is he Alec or Alex? Gee.
What's Alex with an X?
With an X?
Yep, Alex.
Alex? God, I should know that by now. Anyway, I do remember him. They were having a heck of a time getting that truck parked, and Alex was trying to be careful of Grandpa's feelings. So no, it didn't get used much. But then David did, when we moved, he would like to have had it, but he didn't say that. And I told you that too, that when he pulled out to tow it down to Sandy Beach, at the end of Leclerc Road, going to Highway 2, he was going to turn left or right. And left would have gone over to Priest Lake, and right would have gone down to Liberty. Well, he wouldn't turn to Liberty. But it just sat there at Liberty Lake in the compound. It was kind of covered, it was like a carport. But of course, it never ever got used, ever. At Sandy Beach, it just sat there all winter. And the engine or something, whatever, wasn't taken care of for winter, something froze in there. So David had to have quite a bit done there so it would work again once David took it. And David did take it, but I don't know if he ever used it.
I don't know.
You can't picture it at up at Priest at all. I don't think he ever.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe he never did.
I don't know.
I think he just sold it I don't know when he sold it or who or anything like that, but I'm not sure he ever used it. But he did have it fixed, so the engine or whatever was hurt during the winter. He had it taken care of. That probably cost quite a bit. So anyway, that's the Duckworth. Too bad. Too bad. Okay, Duckworth. Okay, 2005. All right, we're back from. Oh, that was the summer. That was the spring of Pat's funeral. That was not a good day.
No, that's right. You talked about that too.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Okay, him and David. Kept meaning to ask David what he had brought for Dad that he got him to run out to the parking lot. I got something in the parking lot, he says.
Oh, you want to know what he actually had?
Do you know?
No, I don't. I didn't think to ask.
Yeah, I don't know if he brought something back from some trip he'd been on or just, I have no idea. Someday I must ask him. Okay, so we went through all that. Okay. And David, he did end up forgiven. Oh, I've told you all that stuff. And Dad had totally forgotten. Totally. He didn't know what he was apologizing for. It was that stupid medicine. Oh, that was a bit of his personality too. I mean, Army and being a boss and all that stuff. That's just how he was. But it just was emphasized or exaggerated by the medicine, made it worse. And that's why you talk to David like that. All right. Okay, 2005. Okay, now we get to Todd's wedding. Yeah, we're up to 2006 here. I tried to think each year for what happened. Okay, so we all come over for your wedding over to Bellingham, and everybody, a lot
Did you
of
drive
people.
or did you fly?
We drove. We drove and stayed in the hotel.
That's right. The
What
Redmond
hotel?
Marriott or something like that.
Huh?
The Redmond Marriott, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh gosh, it was a nice hotel. Very nice. Yeah, I remember because we were there, Don and Chris were there, Rick and
His kids.
Eric and Charlie came. Oh, he and Shelley were separated. I think they were divorced by then. Yeah, they separated in 2004.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was something in 2000. Yeah, they split. 2000. Yeah, I think it was 2004. Okay. So yeah, just Rick and the kids came. And a bunch of people from the office, or a few of the girls.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember Janet Need and I don't know who else.
And my boss came, Roberta, but she lived over there, so it was easier.
Your boss?
Mm-hmm. She ran the Seattle office.
Oh, in the Seattle office. She was at your wedding?
Mm-hmm.
What was her name?
Roberta.
I remember now you say that name. I remember it. I don't remember her at the wedding. I don't remember meeting her or anything. No. I suppose I did.
Yeah, she was there really early, too. I remember that.
Oh,
Which was fine.
Roberta. Jeez. Was she single or a widow or what?
Yeah, she divorced.
Oh, divorced. Yeah. So she was alone.
Yeah. Yep.
Roberta. No, I can't picture her at all. Can't picture her. Is she still around or did she die?
No, she died, God, 10 plus years ago. It was like on Thanksgiving once.
Oh.
Me and Christine were flying back and I got the call.
Mm.
So it was a wild day on Monday when we went back to work after Thanksgiving.
Well, oh, what was it? Kind of sudden?
Very sudden.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
I don't know if she had a heart attack or what.
What age was she? Was she in her 60s or?
Oh, yeah, 60s.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not good.
No.
Oh, Roberta. I remember that name, Roberta. That's all I know about her, though. So she wasn't like at your rehearsal dinner, the wedding reception, maybe?
Nope. She was just at the wedding.
Just at
and the
wedding.
reception for a little bit.
Okay. So yeah, your rehearsal thing was Friday night. I think we got there on Thursday. And so did John and Chris. I remember I think we went to dinner with them Thursday night right there at the hotel.
Mm.
And Friday was the rehearsal dinner. We all went to that. And that was in the hotel, too, your rehearsal dinner. I remember that because it was Chad's birthday.
That's right. We made him cry, if you remember that.
No, we did?
Yeah, because we gave him a present. I think we gave him an iPod, a little music player. But he was, I think, surprised that we were celebrating his birthday at my rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Oh, I don't remember going to tears.
He may not admit that.
He was touched. She was quite touched. So. Yeah, that was a nice dinner there at the hotel. Yeah, Bob and Jerry and Ellen. I think did Ellen and Lulu sit at our table there
Maybe.
at the reception. And we had a big table, so you had the parents all there. So yeah, me and David, or Janet and David, me and Dad. Must have had Lulu and Al must have been at our table, because that was like the parents' table, like a table for 8 or 10. I just can't quite picture them. I can't picture them. I can picture them at the wedding, but not at the dinner. Al and Lulu. Huh. You're sure they were there?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Okay.
And
at the dinner.
Albert's, there's a lot, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that were there. His younger brother was there.
Really?
Freddie.
Oh, maybe they had separate tables. Maybe they wanted to sit with their...
It's possible.
Was that their only relatives, all? Just the younger brother?
You know, and I don't...
I know, wives, kids.
I think, I want to say Lulu's sisters would have shown up.
Oh,
Auntie
maybe.
Esther and Uncle Bading.
Maybe they did have a separate table.
Yeah, they might have, just because they did have so much
their
family.
own family, yeah.
And there's 200 and something people that showed up.
But not at the rehearsal dinner.
No,
they
no,
wouldn't
no,
all
no,
come
no.
at the rehearsal dinner.
I think there was still quite a few at the rehearsal dinner, but not 200.
Yeah, I remember the room was pretty crowded. Quite a lot there at the dinner, and that would have been paid for by Al. Oh, he must have been there.
No, my dad paid for the rehearsal dinner.
Oh, that's right. The groom's father does that. That's right. That's right.
But I'm pretty sure he split the wedding with
Yeah,
Al,
they
though.
did work out something where they kind of split all the expenses, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay, well, okay, now, I don't remember Rick and Eric and Charlie at the rehearsal dinner either.
I don't remember John being there either. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't remember John there either. Maybe they didn't. I don't. Maybe they didn't go to the rehearsal dinner because they wouldn't have been at the rehearsal for the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't in the wedding, so they didn't need to go to the... I don't know. Who was at that table? Jeez. Okay, all right. So now we get to the wedding the next day. Let's see. I remember Lulu running up to me. We went into the lobby of the church, and she ran up and had a corsage to put on me. She put the corsage on. I don't particularly remember Al that day, but he was there, I'm sure. Albert. Lulu. Oh. God, I'm trying to remember the church.
Yeah, just your typical church. Nothing really stands out about it. And I was there, too.
Gosh. Oh, gosh. I don't even remember driving. We had to drive all the way back to the hotel for the reception, didn't we? It
wasn't very far.
It wasn't very far?
No, I mean, the church was in Redmond, and the you know what?
Redmond.
And I almost think the rehearsal dinner was at like the Bellevue Club. Now that I think about it.
Oh, the rehearsal dinner wasn't at
the hotel? I don't think it was.
No, I don't think so.
Because we got in there because Christine's boss, Robert, he had something to do with the Bellevue Club.
Oh.
I think.
Maybe where the rehearsal dinner was.
Right.
What was it called?
The Bellevue Club.
Bellevue Club?
Yeah.
No kidding. I don't know. We just either we rode with somebody or we followed somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we were always lost.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost on that side of the state. That's for sure.
But I do remember the reception. We were back at the hotel for the reception, weren't we?
Yes, we were.
I remember that room. I just remember Dad and Janet Need jitterbugging.
Oh, yeah.
They were jitterbugging. But I didn't see them because I was out having a cigarette and saying goodbye to Bruce and Jennifer. They were leaving at the time when I was out there having a cigarette. I forget who I was with having a cigarette. Maybe I was with Christine.
It's possible.
No, I wouldn't have been. It was your wedding. She wouldn't have been out there having a cigarette. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. Gosh, I don't remember.
I mean, let me tell you about Todd's wedding. Wedding customs absolutely baffle me. So he's walking around after the wedding with a brown bag, which I recently learned of what that meant. And was a little confused.
Who smokes in those days? But yeah, I was having a cigarette out there, and Bruce and Jennifer came walking by. They were leaving. It was towards the end of the reception, so I said goodbye to them. And I remember when I first saw them when we went to the wedding, we were going into the hotel, and we ran into them right at the elevator where we were going to our room.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran into the two of them and said, hi. And I said, well, for Chad's wedding, he had a kidney transplant. For Todd's wedding, he's going to have a liver transplant. I remember saying that. And they just laughed. We thought it was pretty funny. Going to have another transplant for your wedding. Oh, God. Oh, I declare. But Janet, they did a jitterbug, and everybody said it was really good. But I missed that. Apparently you did too. You must not have seen that. But I guess he would have been really good at it, and so was she. I wasn't a dancer. No. I couldn't jitterbug. I wouldn't know how. Oh gosh, all right. So yeah, so let's see. I kind of don't remember you guys leaving, you and Christine. Where did you go from the
Well, we stayed at the hotel.
reception? You just stayed at the hotel, did you really? I just don't remember. I know we had a room there. My sister had a room, except she couldn't come. Oh no, that was Chad's wedding.
Chad's.
I'm mixing her up with Chad's wedding. She was going to come to Chad's, but she was too sick. Yeah, it wasn't yours. Okay. And she'd have loved to come to Chad's, and she would have loved to come to yours. God, too bad. Too bad. Anyway, so you stayed there in the hotel. You didn't go on honeymoon anywhere?
Oh, well, we left like, a couple weeks later
Oh, did you?
to
Okay.
Mexico.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You went to Mexico?
I think so.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Sayulita.
You don't either?
No, we went to Sayulita.
Huh?
The city Sayulita, Mexico. We went to Mexico. I don't remember.
Either I'm not understanding you or
We went to Mexico on our honeymoon.
all right. But you said the name of the city.
Yeah, Sayulita. That's what it's called, Sayulita.
Oh, it just doesn't sound familiar. It's a small town.
Was ish, not anymore. It's pretty touristy.
Gosh, maybe you're pronouncing it different than I'm used to. I don't know. Spell it.
Sayulita. Sayulita.
It just has no familiar sound to me. Whereabouts in Mexico is it? South?
West side, middle.
West side?
I think we fly into Puerto Vallarta. It's like 45 minutes out of Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, really? I've heard of that. I'll be darned. So how long were you there?
A week,
Really?
I think, yeah.
I don't know if I ever even knew you went to Mexico for your honeymoon. Maybe I just never knew. Because we were over here and you were over there, living over there, so I probably didn't know just what the heck you were doing, where you lived or nothing. All right. All right. Okay, so 2006, okay. 2007, oh, then the babies start coming. 2008 was Zane. 2009, Lucy.
Yeah.
And 2009, we moved to Sandy Beach. Yeah, 2009.
Because you just had enough Newport?
It was John who, well, we were coming in quite often to the VA for his kidney problems. And coming into doctors, and John used to cruise around Sandy Beach looking for whatever's for sale. And he sent us the ad for this place there for sale. It sounded good. So we came in town to look at it, and we liked it, and everything seemed reasonable. It was furnished. And John just figured we shouldn't have to be driving all the way in all the time for doctors and stuff. And the family was all here. So he was the one that pushed it. But we really liked it. Okay. So they made, Dad, Grandpa shook hands with a lady there. She was a widow, I think, or divorced. Shook hands, made the deal. And that was like in May of 2009. So Lucy was just a little baby then.
Yeah.
And you were still over in Seattle too. Let's see. I forget just when the handshake was, but anyway, we were coming into town on May 20th. I always remember May 20th. But we hadn't bought it. It wasn't final. But they'd shaken hands. It was a deal. And so we called her and asked her, the owner, if we could stay in it overnight while we came to the hospital that day, May 20th. And she said, sure, she was fine with her. Because it was settled that we were going to buy it. So we drove into town, and Dad went to the hospital. He had to have a bronchoscopy. They called it the bronch, the bronch. And from there we went out to her place, which is our place now. Well, not quite. Yeah, John was in Seattle. He'd gone over for some game, I guess. And Rick and David, they drove us to the lake. Because Rick was the one that had our car, and God, I can't remember what the two of them, how they worked that. They were in the same car, and one of them, David, had to drive the other car. And the four of us ended up there.
At Sandy
Beach. In our place. And I think she was still there when we went in, the owner. And I mean, they had the deal. It just wasn't all, the papers weren't done, and it wasn't all taken care of. And she was going to go stay somewhere, I don't know. She had her another place, I don't know. Anyway, we went in, and Dad, he was feeling kind of lousy, and he just kind of sat in a big chair there looking out at the lake. And Rick and David were wandering around looking at the grounds and the lake and the carport and blah. And I went outside with them, and then we went back in, and Dad had disappeared, and he'd gone into the bathroom. He wasn't up to walking around outside or anything. And I think they found him laying on the bed, or he'd passed out. Anyway, everybody got shook up, the three of us. Figured he needed help right away, so David's on the phone calling 911, and Rick was trying to hook up his CPAP, because he'd been using CPAP for years for sleep apnea. It helps you breathe. So Rick hooked that up, and I kind of had to show him how it worked, because I knew how. And David's directing the firemen to the address. So they showed up, took him to worked on him for a while, and then they took him to the hospital, and he was in the hospital this was May 20th. He got out of the hospital on June 9th.
Holy smokes.
That's how long he was in the hospital to get over whatever this bronchoscopy had done to him. I don't know. It just messed him all up. So for that time, and during that time, the whole deal was finalized. Brought papers to the hospital for him to sign. And I think David and Rick kind of took care of everything. I mean, they did bring papers, and he did sign stuff. But yeah, we totally bought the house, the Sandy Beach place while he was in the hospital. And John came back soon from, yeah, he and Chris were over there, just the two of them. They came back a little sooner than they had planned. Because, Rick or David called them. And anyway, that was how we moved into that place. And trying to think back at coming home from the hospital there, I think it was, again, both John, David, Rick, I forget who brought us home. Anyway, but then he only had a few more months before he died. Mm-hmm. He only lived there for 9 months. Oh, really? That's all. That's all. So he got to see Lucy once when she was just a few months old at your folks' place. And he was sitting in the car. And you brought Lucy out to the car. Oh. That was the only time he saw Lucy. I think it was Christmas time, maybe, because you guys were over for Christmas, something like that.
So he didn't get out of the car? He couldn't?
No, he and I were in the car, and we just pulled in to the driveway, and you and Christine came out with Lucy carrying her and just held her up to the window there. I think the window, maybe opened the window. It was probably cold outside. And just a very brief, hi, Lucy. He didn't get to hold her or anything. And I was still in the car. No, I think I did get out of the car. Yeah, I think I came in, because I was able to give her a hug. I kind of remember that. But he stayed in the car. But then when I went back to the car, I don't know why we would have stopped, and I just came in just to say hello, I guess. So I went back out, and then you and Christine came out with me, and we were just at the window there for a few minutes, just a few minutes. That was it. So that was probably the only time you ever saw Lucy. Because I don't think you were over again. January, February, he died in March. No, that was it. So, he didn't have very long there at all, so never got to use the Duckworth. Although it was there in the compound, parked and freezing. Poor thing, froze all winter, the Duckworth. Okay, now we're to March 2nd, he died. 3210. It's easy to remember. 3210 in March. Okay. And then we come to Jackson. That was in 2000. Well, that wasn't until 2010.
Yeah, July 1st.
Yeah, July 1st.
When was Jenny married?
Oh, we skipped over Jenny. She was married in March 2008. That's right. We went from your wedding the 6th, and Jenny's was in 2008. I think, were you over here by then?
I wasn't, but I came to the wedding. I was there.
Were you there?
Yeah, we didn't move back here till 2013.
And that's when you moved back?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not till then. 13. Okay, so 2008. Was Christine here for the wedding? Jenny's wedding?
Oh, yeah, she would have been.
She came with you? Okay.
Yeah, because it was like Labor Day or something, or Memorial Day, or one of those holidays.
It was right at the end, the last day of August. August 31st. Okay, and that was at the Davenport.
Yep.
The Davenport. Gosh, these weddings. Yeah, you and Chad are the ones that have the big, beautiful weddings in churches. And David and Janet. Otherwise, everybody was just in hotel rooms or
Davenport's pretty
special
nice.
rooms. And they had a special room for, like Jen's was called the Isabella room, I think.
Oh,
John, he just got married in a hotel room at the Red Lion or the Lamplighter. I don't know what it was in those days. But a hotel room. Yeah, you two had the big church weddings. Rick eloped. Let's see, Jen. But that was a nice room there at the Davenport.
oh yeah.
Isabella room. Yeah, it was sort of okay. Okay, and then we had the reception there too. Oh, there at the Davenport. I don't know what that room was called.
No idea.
A reception room. Let's see, Jen, Scott and Susie, okay, Alex, and I think Erica came to that. I don't know about Charlie.
Yeah, I don't.
Kind of remember Erica being there at Jen's. Okay, so I guess that was quite a decade, that, the 2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, everyone was quite something, but I think a little extra stuff happened then. Okay, so we're up to 2010. Okay, 9. Now wait, now. Jackson wasn't. I thought he was. Was Lucy not 2009?
Lucy's February 20th, 2009.
Well, that's what I thought. So he wasn't until July 2010. That's right. Okay. A few months after Grandpa died,
Yeah.
he was. March, April, May, June, 4 months later. Okay. I got it straight. I'm straight. Okay, 2010 for Jackson. Then 11 was Ava. She's 2011. And I think Isabel was 2012. I
think you're right.
Yeah, because they're right in a row. I know they're going to be like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Anytime, well, once Zane turns 13. Yeah, for a while, 2 of them were 10 and 2 of them were 12, something like that.
That's right now.
Yeah, right now, yeah. Zane and Lucy are both 12.
And Ava and Jack are both
Ava and Jackson
10.
are both 11.
10.
Or 10. All right, 10. Right, 10, okay. Jackson. No, Ava didn't she just turn 11?
Oh yeah, we went to her birthday. No.
Ava, her birthday was in,
She just turned 10.
oh, did she just,
Because Jackson will turn 11 and Zane will turn 13. So we'll be back to 10, 11, 12, 13.
oh,
At
because,
least for my kids and Zane and Ava.
we went to Ava's birthday party.
Right, we were both there.
Yeah.
We were both there.
Oh, God, I'm trying to keep track of all these kids. Jeez. All right. Okay, so we jumped past 2010 for Ava's birthday. Or no.
Big jump. 2021.
All right.
Skipped a whole decade.
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, now let's see. Yeah, we got just one more decade. So not much has happened during this last decade.
I'm sure something has.
Oh, we
Maybe
could get
not.
it done now, or you want to leave and come back once more?
Oh, we'll wait.
Yeah, I can't think of too much happened during between 2011 and 2021
We'll figure it out.
with my life. No, not much at all.
Okay, that's the end. We'll probably be on later. Toodles.